takes to finish out our quest. Redneck Archaeology.
Hello, I'm Jackson Burns. I'm the Redneck Archaeologist. Got my best silhouette going. Behind me is the battleground of San Jacinto. You can barely see the tower over there, probably from that camera. I'll zoom in and let you see it closely. That's where the Battle of San Jacinto was. That's the bayou, used to be Buffalo Bayou, that they dredged out and made the ship channel. I'm standing in the David G. Burnett Park. This is where David G. Burnett built a sawmill. 17 acres was allotted to him by the Mexican government to build a sawmill, and he built one right here. And the people of Harrisburg would have their logs carried over here and cut using the prisoners from the Battle of San Jacinto. Mexican prisoners of Battle of San Jacinto. So that's how Harrisburg was rebuilt, was using Mexican labor from the Battle of San Jacinto, which is kind of an interesting find. Now, as we've talked about, we'll go into the history of David Burnett, and he's kind of got a sore spot with my family because of my Cherokee blood, the Texas Cherokees. He was at the Battle of Nueces, where my ancestor, the Bowles, was killed at, and he was wounded. Burnett was wounded up there. He was a good friend of that piece of crap, Maryville Lamar, who instigated the removal of the Cherokees from all Indians from Texas, and it's still in effect today because there's only like 2 tribes that's even recognized by the state of Texas. They don't like Indians and Native American down here. Now, what's interesting is how Burnett ties into everything as far as the twin sisters. David Burnett's brother, Isaac, was the mayor of Cincinnati whenever the ladies of Cincinnati all of a sudden decided to donate all his money to build 2 cannons to send to the good people of Texas to save the day. Now, after the war and everything, as time went on, Burnett lost all of his money. He had to sell his slaves. He had personal slaves. Yes, he had slaves, and he sold a couple of his slaves off, and then later on they bought another slave and his sick wife. And what happened with them was that slave that he bought stole their money. He paid $1,400 for the slave and his sick wife. Well, in return, the slave actually wound up stealing everything that they had and split, and so they were left destitute, him and his wife. They had nothing. And basically, after his wife died, he had to go and move in with his old buddy Sidney Sherman down in Galveston. Now we know Sidney Sherman and what happened there, and then his son was killed on one of the twin sisters at the Battle of Galveston. We tend to think that there was some kind of conspiracy, although it's never been proven, that there was something going on between Sidney Sherman and the other guys, or at least they used some of Sherman's maybe location, homestead, or land or whatever to bury these twin sister cannons on. Now Burnett, they wanted to kill Burnett. Burnett was hated by Texans. He was hated by Sam Houston, and he was hated by all Texans. And the reason he was hated by all of them was he let Santa Anna live. What happened was he made a public deal with Santa Anna to say, hey, yeah, state of Texas, you know, I'll go back south and we'll see you later. But there was a secret deal that he made with Santa Anna, and that deal was to recognize Texas as a republic and to ensure that Mexico and all future Mexican governments would recognize Texas as an independent republic. And that secret deal almost got him killed. So Burnett he had balls. Sometimes his choices were wrong and sometimes they were right. And in this case it was right. So that's Texas. Sometimes you just gotta grab your balls and ride with it. I'm Jackson Burns, I'm signing off. David G. Byrne.